Right here, I done showed back up. Hola, that's what I'm looking for. My vitamins. Vitamins. Hola, ¿cómo está? I'm like, what the hell is that on the trampoline? Okay. Where's my ink pen? Let me move it up top. Y'all know I like to write. I love to write. I love to write. I love to write. That's it. Oh. What's today? Today Wednesday? Well, I feel like it's Tuesday. Let's do this. I like going live during the day. Can't say it ain't that bad. Mm-hmm. %. We gonna see. Ooh, it's cold. What's up? I'm becoming a day person. Look at that. Yep. I did not get our hot chocolate. That's just water in my Starbucks cup. from Red Cup Day. I did not get the hot chocolate though. Been out running errands today. And now I'm pretty much just going live, doing more adulting. And I know my next hairdo. I have no intentions on leaving the house again today, but we'll see. I have a crab cake in the refrigerator from last night. I'm going to eat some salad with it. And so I don't need to leave the house. Let's see. Live chat. I'm also live on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're trying to grow over here. We're growing. And I put my long content there and the motivational minute. So if you want to see my videos, they're on YouTube. Okay? I go live over here just to do a collective and to connect with people. Y'all make sure y'all follow Soul of a Man on YouTube as well. You want to come up? I want to talk about business. I feel like it's a good, on my power shirt right now. I feel like it's a good day to talk about the business of spirituality. Being debt free. It's in reverse. Confirmation. Hold on, let me turn my volume up. Okay. Look what came out. Escort. Spirit is like, yes. Talk about the business. Let me turn off mirror so you can see it the right way. Escort. How you doing over there today?
I'm cool. Just staying warm. This weather out here is crazy. We get 3 seasons in one day.
Like, this is just dressing some shorts, a long sleeve, and a coat. Pull this heater closer to me. Like, it's right here on me. It's about 4 inches between us now. It's one of them tall ones. So I'm like yanking this thing wherever I go. So yeah, I've been out today. I've had brunch, you know. I'm gonna get on the daytime side of going live as well. Cause I need to get up. I need to start getting up and getting stuff done. I don't necessarily feel as productive at night. But I guess, you know, let's talk about the business of spirituality. So for me, I didn't think that now let me know if you can relate to this. I didn't think that, you know, watching people in the church, like the preachers and stuff, like this was really I knew a lot of the honest ones. I knew they had to keep regular jobs and preach. The congregation wasn't big enough to support them, you know, ministering and the church bills. And so that's what I grew up seeing a lot of. And then the ones that were able to, you watch these people come in and like shower them. There's a big church here in St. Louis. I won't give up the name, but the song of in the Bible, that's the name of the church. The name. Basically, let me sit my incense down. Oh shit, that hurt. The ash fell on the back of my hand. Burn. Oh, burn you. It'll burn you. Backhanded and burn it. Okay. So nothing happens by coincidence around these parts, but it was a lot of backhanded things and a lot of people got burned going on in these churches. But I watched when I was a teenager. The pastor had an anniversary at that church, and my aunties always was at everybody's church going and stuff. I was with them. Why did they have they was giving them leather coats matching his when leather coats were in, his and hers leather coats, his and hers this, his and hers that. Somebody even bought them a car. Somebody bought them a car. And so they were just showering them with gifts. And I'm like, dang, that's a lot. And so I saw two different views of church. I saw like a ministry, people, going out and working to support their ministry, basically. If I'm a preacher and it's my ministry, I got to make sure I'm paying all the bills for the church or something. Or, I'm in a wealthy church and people just shower me with everything, and I got the Cadillacs, the houses, and they want to take care of me, right? So I saw those two views growing up in the church. And so now that I'm in my own ministry, basically out here in the world using my spiritual gifts as the Christ did, um, I'm like, okay, so God said your gifts will feed you, your gifts will make room for you. And I'm being like, okay, so what does that really look like? I don't think a lot of people know what that looks like. Because at first I thought, I had to do tarot in order to make money. I gotta do a bunch of readings. And then I thought, well, maybe I'm just supposed to write this book and make money off the book. Then I was like, maybe I'm supposed to go speak and make money off of speaking. And it's like, what is my right mix of income, God? Like, how is this really supposed to look? How is this supposed to work? And I think a lot of us, yeah, you have some gifts and talents that can bring you some income. But I think the real thing for a lot of people, it just kind of springs up at some point. And it might be that one thing you never thought you'd be doing, but it's paying the bills. And then there's going to be a point where you get to another stage in your gifts and you're faithful with that, and spirit gives you a venture you never thought you'd do. You thought it all had to look one way, and God is showing me it's going to look a different way. You don't have to put yourself in a box. So you don't have to look like the pastor that only preaches for money. You can do something else. You can do other things. You can be out here um writing movies about your life. You can be directing, you could be doing all these things. And so it doesn't have to look one way. That's the whole point. What do you have to say about that, soul of a man?
Yeah, I'll agree with what you said. Like back in the day, I do remember like the preachers. One if they didn't have like the big super giant church, if it was just like a relatively small church in the community, let's say if they had maybe I don't know maybe 500 members or less, and they had to go, they had to work, and then they would come and they would preach on Sunday and throughout the week and all of that good stuff. So it's almost it's interesting now. It's like like the I don't know all these different church organizations and stuff, but it's almost like they have unions now, like or they have like organizations where they have a whole bunch of pastors connected with each other. So it's I don't know, maybe it's it's a little different now. So, but I agree with you. I don't think it's a thing. I think it's levels to it. Where you start off here, and then you start to grow, and then you start, maybe speaking. Maybe in a few months, speaking is naturally going to be your thing, where you're traveling around the country or the world, and you're at conferences and doing different ministry stuff, and the cards and the tarot stuff. All of that stuff is on the back burner. Not to say that you won't do it, but it's going to be less and less and less of that. I'm getting just be grounded. Just really and truly, we just have to be we have to be grounded, and we have to know and understand that the time is coming soon, and social media will still be integrated with it. But believe it's gonna be like way bigger than where we were naturally. As I was just sitting down, just chilling. But yeah, it's gonna be way bigger than where we are right now, because now the audience isn't as say grandiose, so to speak, but eventually it's going to be in the thousands and hundreds of thousands and the millions, and yeah, and every level and what we're doing is going to be suitable. And then I think it's just a point where your brand, your ministry, and everything comes together. You may have a 501c and may have a 501c in your name. It may not be. It may be like ministry affiliated, but it may not be a church, so to speak. So, and all of that is connected with your brand, with your offering, and also with your skill set. A lot of the stuff that you did, in corporate America, also having a board of directors, and maybe you being a head of the board and you sitting on the board, and on and on and on and on. So yeah, it's definitely, definitely gonna be levels to it.
Yeah, that all sounds wonderful. Wonderful. And I tell people, I've seen the vision. There's going to come a day where you won't catch me going live, asking you what dream you had, or anybody want to do a quick reading. It's just going to be, I'm going to be on here. I'm going to check in with everybody. We got other work to do now. Light workers, like, you don't spend, you graduate, you get promotions. God promotes you to doing more out in the world. And so your lives don't look like, oh, I'm on here doing shuffling cards and all of this and trying to get engagement. Nope. It's like, it's going to be a lot of people on here, and it becomes, your time becomes a premium. Like, I'm not going to stop and do, like, stop and be like, oh, I'm not, that's not, I got stuff to do, not that that isn't important. There's just other people who could take care of that now. And so,
right. Like you said, you might check in with your folks, I don't know, whatever social media thing will be,
Patreon.
It'll be hot at the time.
Patreon.
So, yeah. So it's like, you'll get on, holler at them, give them maybe a daily word or message. After that, it's like, hey, Coach Mr. Shani, we have, we got to go do this CNN interview, or we have, we got MSNBC, or, you got to go sit down and talk with Oprah, Gail King, like all of these, all of these big name people, and so
very soon. Very soon.
What's that card?
The 8 of Wands. It's happening fast. That part of life is gonna take off. Like, I could see where you probably.
That's a motorbike.
Mm-hmm. Those, it's like Harry, it's about to come in hot, like boom. It's like once you're hot, you see how people have their go viral or something, then all of a sudden they booked for everything. All the interviews are booked. They booked up for the next year, right? So it's gonna be something like that. And the next time you see them, they're gonna be promoting a new product they just released, right?
That's interesting. I've been pulling those two cards too.
Yes, so much.
Yeah.
And it's
there was like another card I pulled with like 3 ladies and 3 cups, and they were like they had the cups in the air, and they were like celebrating.
Yeah, that's celebration as well. So you about to be celebrating, and you about to be married. I keep pulling. I just had King of Cups, new love, and just certain, like, sure love. Like, this King of Cups energy is coming in. Like, I'm sure, I'm certain. It ain't gonna be like the Knight of Cups. It's gonna be certainty behind it. Certainty. And it's like, people don't realize you probably don't have much of a life right now, and they got access to you. But once your boo thing show up, baby, I ain't got time for you. I got to go. I gotta go.
And not just that. I think it's I think it's a lot all other stuff that we talked about also. Like you said, the viral thing, and you just your name really being out there, and like you really, like you being on Steve Harvey's radio show, Steve Harvey's whatever, and then you got you got your own you got your own podcast and whatever, national, international, all that stuff. Right. Yeah, that Pentacles card. There's a lot of
God is going to finance this marriage and your ministry together in a way that you can't imagine. A lot of us been single for a long time because been waiting for this shift to where you and your divine counterpart are waking up so you can go do this together, because there's a lot of twin flame unions that are going to happen for the chosen one so that we can work together and get this done, because there's a lot of distractions, a lot of things that can happen in being single. You don't want to end up being out here famous for your gifts, single, and constantly distracted by karmic people trying to date. So it's important that a lot of us are married while we do this.
Yeah, and getting caught up in, these scandals and,
yeah. So God's trying to make it scandal proof for you. Trying to make it scandal proof for you.
Yeah, because it's like any little thing. See, the same cards you're pulling, I've been pulling for the last maybe 2 weeks now. It's been the same stuff coming up.
Yep. So the energy's definitely there, and even in the readers that I subscribe to on YouTube, that energy is there. It's like, stay in the house to this money, to God tell you get out there and get that money. Stay in the house. Don't be out here focusing on nothing else. Just, go within and make sure you get yourself mentally ready for this, because it's coming. It's coming. This new love is going to bring in, it's going to be like justice is served. Like, for all the stuff you've gone through in all these karmic relationships, and that's out of three of swords. Right? It's like God is going to restore that balance. Like, it's going to make you single and abundant to even more abundant together. And so a lot of missions are best, with a partner. Best with a partner, your divine counterpart. And so you can really get the job done and you can focus. You don't have all these insecurities as a single person. Who can I trust? Who can I turn to? You got them right there next to you. So once you're out there, and it's best that you are oftentimes like married, and you have to be in this position where your heart chakra is not closed, because guess what? It controls love and money. So for a lot of people who feel like, they've had their heart chakra closed, like they just gave up on love, it also blocks your finances as well. So it's like you have to open that up and be open and take risk. You take risk in the market, and you got to be open to love. So it's like, love is risky, but it's worth it. Because I know I ain't trust nobody. I know I didn't. Baby, no. Not a soul. It's like, There was the Three of Cups again. I just saw it. But yeah, just keeps coming out. Just trust the process, because God is like, you've graduated to a point where you're level-headed enough and you're discerning enough to make these decisions. Because it's coming no matter what.
Yeah, nah, this ain't it. and be gone with the quickness. Like, get up and walk out before the meeting is even. Like, where they going at?
Maybe I got
like, nah, this wasn't it. Like, we'll, like, don't call us. We'll, this wasn't it.
Like, back in the day, I'd be like, I ain't burning my gas for that.
Right.
You won't catch me looking for nothing ain't for me. It ain't kind of me. You won't catch. You won't find yourself in all these unstable positions anymore. I see transfer, and you know what you transfer amounts over $10,000. I did one before. I was so excited. You got to go sit in the office and they say, well, how much? I said, well, I walked up to the thing and I was like, yeah, I'd like to move $15,000. No, you have to go over here for that. I said, well, come on. You special. Would you like a water? Y'all ain't never offered me no damn water before.
Right. That one of the actors was saying that he was like when he started like getting a lot of parts and big roles and stuff, he said he went into the bank and they looked at the size of the check and he was like the branch manager came, oh hi Mr. Such and Such. He was like, he said nope. He said every time I came in here nobody ever just walked up to me on a first name basis and not, like we all buddy. He said, nah. I think he said he took his money and left.
Wow.
I don't blame him either.
Y'all talk to money, not clients, but the clients bring the money. You want me to bring it here, you better treat me right. You don't look at where people are, you look at where they could be going, and you don't even look at that. You just treat everybody right regardless. You don't know. You do not know.
Yep. Confirmation there.
Yep. That was a comment on one of my YouTube videos. I don't even know where it is.
Oh.
Yep. That's what the thing that pops up. And so it's just a matter of time, divine timing. And people, I don't like hearing this. It's so negative to me. It's just such a low vibrational thing to say. It puts a certain level of guilt and or judgment. It gives 7 of Pentacles. Like I'm looking at you like, well, you don't have it because you weren't ready for it yet. Shut the fuck up. just shut the fuck up. You don't know what I've been through. Cause you don't know. Shut the fuck up. Some stuff I am ready for. It just ain't here yet because it ain't time yet. Some stuff gotta line up. Don't keep telling me I gotta go heal some more stuff. It's like shaming people like you ain't did enough healing. You must have done something wrong. That's what it's giving. It's like you must have done something wrong if it's not here yet. I hate when I get people who say that because it's like, don't say that because somebody could be ready and then there's something else tied to it and another person's tied to it. Like say my twin flame and I'm ready, but they're not. Is it me or them? Or is it something that needs to line up for us? And so I honestly do not like to hear, and I will change the channel when somebody says, because you're not, shut up. You don't know what the hell I've been through. The hell I've been through. And then you give it to me tomorrow, and there's no difference between me today and tomorrow. Yeah, okay. So I don't like people who say that because it takes it really takes the ownership off of the fact that everything has its own set time. And energetically aligned is one thing, but also divine timing is another. There's a few factors that have to be key. It's not I want it right now, and so it's going to show up because my energy's ready at 3:45 in the morning. Well, the bank don't open till 8, so make it make sense. So some stuff, hi Bonnie. Make sure you guys subscribe to me on YouTube. So it's just like, don't tell me that. Oh, it must be you. It's 3:45 in the morning. I don't have my money and I'm ready for my money. The money's due to me, but okay, God is saying it's coming from the bank. Well, the bank don't open at 8:00. And somebody over here telling me it's because my energy's wrong. And guys look like they don't know what the fuck I'm doing behind the scenes. Don't listen to them. Guys, like, stop listening to these people who try to shame you or they can't give a divine answer or they call themselves this. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They just be talking out of their ass a lot of times. And it's like, don't get on here calling yourself X, Y, and Z and then BSing people. Don't do that. I be so irritated watching a lot of readers and stuff like that. They don't know. They don't discern.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can tell. Now at this point, you can just see and tell like within the first few seconds, you be like, nah, this ain't it. Like either they don't know what they're doing and they never will know, or they're very, very, very new. Like they're just beginning to crawl. Like baby, they're really crawling, and they're on here practicing, and it's like, I'm no, I am O to the K on that.
Right.
You can have that.
That type of thing just kind of burns me up. Like, get your ass off of here scamming people. That's why they be like that. Guy we had them Uno cards. He saw some two. They was messing with two people on you. Like they was cheating with you, cheating on you with two people. In reverse, they went back on you. They went back. It's like
Somebody was doing that.
Somebody it was a like he was making a joke out of readers.
Oh.
He's using Uno cards. He said readers be like, and I say they do be out here like that because, like, ultimately you channeling a message. The card will give another context clue that you're not seeing in the spirit. Like, but the spirit is like, okay, the energy is in these cards too. The same message I'm giving you, it will tie into the cards. However, I'm giving you the message. You're gonna have to discern the message according to what I'm telling you.
It's the cards are like visual. The cards are like they're like they're like a picture book in a sense. They're like visual aids to help you while you're giving this while you're giving this information. Because some people, you will tell them, and they might not get it, and then you'll be like, okay, well, look at this card. You see blah 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 XYZ, this and that. You can look at the card and say, this and that, and then they might be like, oh, okay. But I don't think it was ever meant for a thing where you just like, let me see what spirit has for you. Let me flip these magical cards, and and I can get an answer from the great beyond.
These people. And then I said, you gotta watch out for the people who actually call themselves children of Satan. They'll be giving a reading just like everybody else, and then they'll say something to let you know. They don't hide it; they just haven't said it yet. You haven't listened long enough yet, because a lot of people don't know to discern. But you can look at them and see they have kind of a cold energy or aura around them, like something's off, and then they finally say it. Because I've sat through that. Even a lady on YouTube popped up walking with a doll, a voodoo doll. And she's like, Mama, don't be on there with that thing. People gonna know it's you. She had the doll walking through the house.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen videos of that. Like I've seen videos of that in Africa. Like they'll have like the two dolls and a thing, and a thing will start spinning and dancing and stuff like that. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But his spirit's in there. And so you don't want your markings on those bodies because it's giving you that spirit access over your body. And so you gotta be careful when people practice that way. You never know when you're gonna be their target. So these people going on to these other people's lives, they looking for prey, honey. A lot of them, y'all think just tarot readers. A lot of these people be looking for lost souls. Now you come and offer it up to them and don't even know what you're doing. You allow them, you welcome them into your energy. Oh, read me, read me. You don't even know who the hell you talking to. And I be like, people just be on here doing the damn most. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Everybody gonna be fucking possessed, walking around here, don't even know what happened to them.
They're already, Lord. They're like somebody was there was talking about the zombie apocalypse shit. Then I saw a meme with people walking around just looking at their cell phones, just walking around aimlessly. So that's already done happened. Like you said, people just jump on here and they getting readings from 12, 15 different people in a week or in a day, and And it's crazy. It is crazy.
High
Priestess
priestess
here.
in reverse. You're
Mm-hmm.
not using, not consulting with your higher self, just going out here
No.
doing anything with anybody. Spiritual bath. A lot of people do need to take a spiritual bath, cleanse their energy, and get these things off of them. And they don't even, it's like, oh, spirituality. This shit is not Monopoly, honey. You don't go play with everybody. Shit, some people won't even play spades with you, but they'll go here and play around with their energy. I don't do that. But you do this? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. They'll let anybody that come through a church pray over them.
No, no, no. I'm slow to pray for people, honestly. Like for real, because I'm like, you can pray for yourself.
You don't know what karma you interfering with. Let them have it.
Mm-hmm.
I pray that things work out the way the divine intended. I ain't trying to take nothing up off of you. I ain't interfering with that. You need to feel it. You need to feel your struggle. And it's like, you have to know this. You have to know this. You can't go praying for people who God got them going through they karmic cycle. They got to get through it because they don't put somebody else through something. Now they coming and running asking everybody for help. A lot of us on our spiritual journey, we're not running around like, oh, life's so bad, I need prayer, I need this. No, it's not like that. It's just that a lot of us are in this look and see period and all this wait and see period, because God is about to shift us into something. Gotta get you still so you can turn you around and move you. You constantly moving around like, okay, sit still, let me move you into this consciousness and move you there physically as well. And so we not sitting around miserable and pitiful. We are well aware of what's going on. We're well aware. However, it's a lot of people who feel like they're having their tower moments. Most of us who have gone through this past 2 years, this shift, we're past most of those tower moments. The next tower is going to be a good one for us. It's like, okay, now you this is the graduating class of 2025 or so, I welcome the class of 2025. The winter class. The winter class of 2025. And so it's just a matter of time for us. And so we're able to minister people and help them even from where we are. And God needs us to do it now because your heart needs to be shown. I am going to minister to people and show up and use my gifts even before the money comes in. Even when I just have the sustain me for now money, God, before I have this is my new closet confirmation. This is my new closet, and this half is Gucci. That half are all black designers. Before that happens, God wants us to show up and still be like, I was on here ministering to people out wherever I went. People crossed my path. I took time to listen to them and help them understand or realize that you're having your spiritual awakening. I did all of that before I was this, global influence. I did it then, and I'm still doing it now. I'm not just gonna get rich and all of a sudden gonna want to start go ministering to people. I gotta minister on my way to the bag, as I've shown and proved myself on the way there. It's easier to do without money because why? We online. All I gotta do is pay a cell phone bill, right? But you not just gonna all of a sudden, God give me the money today, so you could do what? Run off, be on vacation 24/7. You never even developed your ministry. You never even used your gifts. You went through this awakening and never planted the seed to become the person who's going to be jet setting globally. You're only supposed to be doing that because people are calling you according to your gifts. When you go and minister to people in foreign countries, it's going to be because they're calling you for your gifts. If you never showed them to anybody, You just had it hard and woke up to who you are and never walked in faith. Who's gonna call you in for what? You got to make it make sense. Welcome, Joshua. Greetings.
I like what you said the other day when you said that you like you keep it to yourself until you can't hide it anymore.
Yep. Until you about 6 months pregnant and showing. For me, I always showed around 4 months. My kids was kind of they big. But you okay, and that's a great example. This is a great example. So when I was pregnant, I say with the second one, I was so excited. I was so excited to be pregnant. I was married. I had a corporate job. I own my own home, right? I will call y'all back. I had my own home. I was married. I had a corporate job. My oldest son was 7. And I was just so excited to be pregnant again. I was like, I'm finally having a baby as an adult and not some young mom. you know, gonna spoil this baby. And I was like, I couldn't wait to start showing. If they don't fucking stop, I'm on the phone. So when I want these people to call, they don't call. I'm trying to renew my healthcare insurance. But that's one of those things. It's like when you want something to happen, it don't happen. It's like they want to be persistent when it's time for them. I feel like that's how things are going to work out. It's like, I'm busy. What is it? And it's like, oh, yeah, I needed that earlier. You're gonna have to wait now. It's like things are gonna come in, opportunities that you are good opportunities are gonna come in, but you're already gonna be busy doing something. And so it's like you're gonna have it's gonna be like, hey, we want to work with you. Hey, we want to work with you. And I was like, that's great. I want to work with you guys too, but I'm busy right now. Try again. Like, you're gonna have opportunities like that. But when I was pregnant with my second child, I was just so excited because I planned them and all that stuff. And so I was just like, okay, basically, all right, Bonnie, thanks for joining. So basically, I just was like, okay, I was excited. I couldn't tell nobody. But everybody knew we had been trying forever. And my test kept coming up negative. For 8 weeks, I tested negative and I was pregnant. It was driving me crazy because I knew I was pregnant, right? And I was like, why are my tests still negative? And I finally, at 8 weeks, had a positive test. And so basically, I wanted to show, like, I wanted to feel my belly. And it's like, I had a flat stomach and everything because, I be snatched. I was snatched back in the day. That's neither here nor there. I wanted to show so bad. I wanted to see my belly. And I wanted people to see my belly. I wanted people to see, like, I'm having a baby. I was so excited. And I was like, dang, why you ain't showing yet? It was like, you little or something. So it was like 3 months in. It's like, I've told people I don't look pregnant. I was like, but I am. And if you stand behind me, you wouldn't even thought I was pregnant at 8 months because I was slim from the sides. And so I was just like, I spent so many months just wanting to show, Please let my belly show. Finally, around 4 months, I started showing. And I was so excited. And I was like, I finally got a bump. And after that, you get to around 7, 8 months, and that baby heavy. That baby is on your bladder. That baby got feet now. They digging into your rib cage like it's a fun game every night. And you're like, get off my rib cage. And they're like, no, I want to put my feet. It turns into that real quick. And you forget the days where you couldn't even tell you was pregnant. You just wanted somebody to know so bad, And it's like you go through these seasons of evolution with things, and it's like you're so excited about your gifts, your blessing, what God has given to you, and nobody else can see it just yet. And it's like you gotta keep your mouth closed. And then we finally get it, and it's out there, and all of that. And you still gotta get to a point where to whom much is given, much is expected. So you can't just have all the nice house, the nice cars, the big business, and then just sit. I'll be wanting to curse. Just sit on your butt all day. You have to get up off your ass. I got a lot of stuff going on. Let me get up. It's gonna be like that. So you're gonna have to get up and maintain the lifestyle that you have. You got to get up and maintain it. Now, they could look different for everybody depending on what things are, but there's going to be some ease and flow in it, but you're still a business now. Your ministry is a full-blown business. Being you is a business. And so now it's going to look like you got to get up. If you got this big house and everything, do you have anybody over operations for your home? You got a large home. Who's making sure the light bulbs get changed, the smoke detector batteries? Do you have somebody coming in cleaning it? Do you have somebody maintaining things like do you have window washers coming by? Do you have somebody doing the groundskeeping? Do you have a pool boy? I'm gonna have a pool boy. Yeah. And so also it's like, do you have somebody maintenance your vehicles that can just, it's the operations manager responsible for taking your cars to get oil changes, especially when you're traveling so much and you got to go do speaking engagements overseas or out of town, or you're going to be on the road for 2 weeks. Do you have your life set up to where you have the proper people in place on your staff to, you got to get up and talk to these people. You got to get up and make decisions. You got to sign off on stuff, right? And you got to get up and take care of your body so it can be this vessel that can run all around the world and not fall apart. High blood pressure, you breaking down on every stop. We got to go find a doctor for you in this city. We got to find a doctor for you in this city. We flying this doctor out. Do you want that to be your story? I had to cancel the second part of my tour, my book tour, because, my blood pressure was get your shit together now. For real. It's a lot of people don't take care of themselves. They really don't. They don't. They act like somebody gonna come and do it for them. You at least gotta have your food and water intact if you ain't gonna get up and exercise. And if you can't take a 30-minute walk a day, do something, But people want a life that requires them to work on themselves, and they don't want to work on themselves. It's not a microwave life. It's not a life you can basically let happen to you. It happens for you. It happens for you to be the best version of yourself. Confirmation. So knowing what you're eating, drinking, skincare regimen, you're gonna be on TV and cameras all the time. Put a little pride in your appearance. And it's like you gotta have your daily routines. My daily routine right now, I've been on my stuff. Keep my hair done. I've been slacking on the nails. Keep my hair done. If I do my own hair, keep my hair done. Do a little light beat. I don't do no foundation or concealers, but I don't need it, right? Until it's time to go shoot something, like, I don't know, a photo shoot or something. I don't know. But the point with that is, make sure you have your personal care routines, your health routines. Stay on top of your stuff. You can't be the main ingredient and you are constantly breaking down. You and your whole staff gonna be broke. And people gonna be like, I remember when so and so used to be out here. Now we don't see them no more. I think they got health issues. You decide what you eat. Start just making better decisions. You decide if you work out. Start making better decisions. I think a lot of us have had a good amount of time to like get some weight off or start the process of daily healthy habits and routines. I was talking about that for a long time early this year. I kept talking about routines and habits. The videos are up on my YouTube page. It's important. You matter. If you don't take care of yourself and you are the cash cow, then where's it going to come from? Okay, I'm off my soapbox on that, but y'all get my point. You have anything to say about this, Owen?
No, I agree with what you said 100%. Like start now so that when these opportunities start rolling in, you're not like, you're not freaking out like, oh, I don't have any, like I gotta go get myself in shape. I gotta go do, like try to put yourself in, meditate. At least not if not doing nothing else. At least you could, put yourself in a good state where you're not as stressed out. I get life is still happening. I understand that, y'all, and everybody's in a different spot. Things gonna keep happening around you as I see it. As I see it happening around me. There's no getting around that, Lord. But you know, like you said, when you're at the point you're at now, you still try to. I still try to get out, and I still try to enjoy, enjoy what it is now, because when it's not this anymore, a part of you may miss it. Honestly, even though you're this and you're that, you got this going on, you got that going on, you're probably gonna sit back and be like, man, I remember when I really like had time, because it's like you're like people are going to want. And then we talked about this before. Like people are just gonna want you everywhere, every avenue, everything, like for every, and this, like what Cat Williams said, you got to tell them no. You got to tell them no.
You gotta leave.
So
You gotta leave by midnight, and you gotta tell them no.
Yeah, like they might want you to show up at a party here and there, and blah 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 blah. So but
and
now
test
thanks
you.
to the what you said?
And test you.
You're right. Like, yeah, I'll show up. Yeah, but I'm not staying the whole night though. Nah, I'm not.
Because y'all know TD Jakes was at Diddy parties.
Didn't he get something happen to him recently? They say he caught a stroke. I don't know. Something happened to him medically or something. Also, they say I don't know.
He must have read that Diddy had his name on some list. I don't know. But nah, I can't fool with it. And these celebrity parties, that stuff ain't it. Because all of them, everybody from the Epstein list, everybody from this, it seems like they just have you there so they can have your name incriminated with something else. I don't even want to go. Don't invite me.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to no private. I have my own private island.
Yep.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm good on that.
I'm good. So yeah, it's like everything that glitter ain't gold, and so a lot of people went and participated in things that got them screwed over later. And it's like I don't need to be at every party. I don't need to be on the scene. That's what God was showing me a lot too. I did a lot of partying when I first got to Dallas, and you'll be around people that you don't really know that well yet, and then it'll also have you in positions to where you find out about them later and be like, oh. It's like it's better to understand who you around and what they got going on, and before you just start mingling with everybody. Ain't good to be everywhere. Because then people like, weren't you there too? Like, taking pictures with everybody. Everybody want a picture with you. I've already lived that life. I got pictures with everybody that was at the party. Everybody's like, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture. We ain't get no picture yet. Okay? And you don't know when them pictures gonna pop back up.
Right. And then a few months or years later, you were just thinking you at some regular party and they using that as incriminating evidence to get their YouTube numbers popping.
Like, I left before 12. I wasn't on the baby oil side of the party.
For real.
I left before 12. Hey, Q-Terrier. Welcome, goddess. Man, look. I'm like, I don't know y'all like that. I'm staying at the house tonight. I'm going to rewatch the whole all the seasons of Insecure. I'm good. So, yeah. Who is this who wants to come up? So, yeah, it be like that. It be like that. You're live. Yasha. I don't know if he don't let me mute him. Okay, I muted him. I don't think he know he up. But yeah, So it's always fun and games. It's all fun and games until the truth come out. Then you like, oh, that's who that person is. Oh, and then you got to be careful about dating people right away in social circles. Kind of spend a little time around them. Go to a few outings, have a few side conversations with people, and see who's who and what's what. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because people be so quick to be like, oh, they want to hang. Yeah, you don't know why they want to hang with
Yeah,
you.
if you're them celebrities, like did some business deals with people doing Ponzi schemes and all this stuff, out here. So yeah, you do. You have to really, just because somebody a multi-millionaire or whatever, it don't.
Humans are humans, and they do human stuff.
Right. Like, well, look, like, I'm gonna have my people look over it, and we'll we'll get back to you.
Because honestly, it's like this. Um, you got to decide very early on in the process what you here for. How's that going? What are your goals? And that's going to help you eliminate in any part of your life. Having a clear vision and goals set and understanding what things don't get you towards your goal need to be let go of, and you'll have fewer problems with deciding when and where to go and do some things that clearly aren't in alignment with your goals. And so it's like, well, this don't really fit into my plan, so I won't be there. Because if I got a plan to get up and work out and hit a fitness goal, partying with and drinking with y'all all night ain't on the list. That's counterproductive. This is counterproductive. That's let's cut it. Now I'll make an exception to go to a birthday dinner. I'm done at a certain time. I'm not an all night partier unless it's some big deal. It got to be a big deal. And so I'm just of the mind now that everything ain't for me, everywhere ain't for me to go. I got something to do. I have something important. I remember for the day I prayed for something important to do while I was waiting. Today, as a matter of fact. God, please just release me into my life. Overflowing abundance. I'm ready. We'll see. So yeah, this has been quite a journey, quite an interesting one. And I got mail today. So this came in from the TikTok shop. Okay. The Shadow Work Journal. Now, I ordered the 360 Manifestation Journal. Um, so I gotta wait for that to come in. And this came for free with it, but they only sent me this one book so far. So I already have one of those. I am going to give it so I'm going to give this one away to a relative who say they ain't got no wounds or no trauma. But I know we were raised in the same house, so they're gonna get it. Let's do one of these fill in the blanks from the Shadow Work Journal. This is under part 5. As a child, I was reprimanded for blank blank. My response was to blank and blank. After this, I've always been blank. I care so much about blank and blank. It triggers me now when blank. I now hold a compassionate space for my full self and embrace this part of me. So you got to think about as a child, what were you reprimanded for? What was your response to it? And after this, you've always been like this because of that. And you care so much about this and this, it triggers you when what happens. And so I think a lot of people can relate to even just shit, we got in trouble for everything. Not cleaning up, not getting up, not just in trouble all the damn time. I was like, what I do now? Not clean up the kitchen. in the right way? I don't know. In what ways have I been reprimanded in my childhood and beyond? How did this impact how did this impact what I choose to do now in the present moment? In what ways I am holding back because of this experience? Mine just came to mind. I'm going to fill in the blank in a minute. What activities can I partake in to fuel my inner child and allow her to feel fully expressive? So this is what it looks like. This is the 2 pages, right? I don't write in mine. I have a separate notebook where I keep everything. I write it all down in a separate notebook because this really ain't no space for me. So for me, I say as a child, I was reprimanded for speaking up for myself. It's like once your mother has spoken or your father has spoken in certain households, they don't care what the truth is. They only care that something happened that they pissed off about with the kids, right? They don't want to hear the truth. You don't get a chance to speak up for yourself. You don't get to advocate for yourself. And so my response was to get mad and shut down. Like, I can't talk, then I ain't talking to you. So my mama knew if I got quiet on her, that was the evil Scorpio death stare. I ain't talking to you ever again in my life. That's how I was as a kid. You say you don't want to hear what I gotta say. I can't defend myself. I can't speak up for myself. Then I ain't never talking again. And she'll be calling all of us. I'll show up. The other ones will show up, and I'll just be quiet and look. I have nothing to say to you. That's how I would look at her. And I got a Gemini niece that act just like that. I feel so sorry for my niece having to raise this child. And so confirmation. And what was this? Bitcoin. Okay. And so after this, I've always been very I guess after this, I've always been like quiet in situations where I don't get to speak up for myself. Like where I get shut down, I shut down. Oh, you don't want to hear from me? You ain't gonna never hear from me again. I completely shut down. Like you are dead to me. And I mean it. We could not talk for a year and live in the same damn house. And I fucking mean it. And everybody always breaks before I do. Everybody always needs to talk to me before I need to talk to them. I make sure I don't have to talk to you about nothing. And people hate that about me. Say, oh, you told me to be quiet once, you'll never have to tell me again this lifetime. We're done talking forever. So I be that extreme. I ain't gonna lie, I do. And so I take it very personal. And so I care so much about like being shut down and being heard. It triggers me now when I'm in situations with people where they don't really listen to my side of the story. Like if somebody come to me with something somebody else said, they never act and they believe it off the bat. They never asked for my side of the story. They just came to me like, so and so said you said this, so I know you said this. I don't need to hear nothing from you. I'm just letting you know what's up because I believe so and so about you. But you coming to me and you're not talking to me. You're coming to me with a judgment because of what so and so said. So I'm like, fuck you and so, first of all, because I'm grown. Let's start there. I don't give a fuck what they said. I said, I don't care how you feel about it. So, and I'm just at this point now where I don't care what people say. I don't care what people think. So now if people don't want to allow me to speak up for myself or give me a space to do that, they just come assuming that the person, they're whoever they decide to believe about what I said and don't give me an opportunity to speak for myself, then I'm at a point now where I ain't got to deal with neither one of y'all. How about that? Y'all go over there and talk amongst yourselves. Get out my face. Believe what they said and leave me alone. I no longer feel the need to like defend myself in situations that I don't have to be in. If I gotta be there, we running this shit to the max. Let's take it to court if we got to. If I got to sit around this, if I got to be in it, we're having a full-on trial. How about that? Let's air this shit out now. Go call someone. Let's all get together. They don't like that. They don't like that. Let's bring everybody up. So that's how I handle things now. We do a full on. I don't care. I will tell you exactly what I said, and I will tell you this only for the sake of I still have to deal with you in some capacity. And whatever conclusion we come to today don't make me no difference as long as the truth comes out. Understand I'm gonna deal with you accordingly going forward because you done proved to be a snake. They done proved to be a snake when they lied on me, and you proved to be one when you believe BS about me. So when people treat me a certain way now because of what somebody else said, they ain't even heard my side, you wanna believe that about me. And thank you for showing me that. So I don't show no mercy on it. We can be cordial for the sake of the business. Do not ask me nothing personal. Do not have any side conversations. My life is none of your business. If we got to be around each other, let's stick to the topic at hand that forces us to be around each other. Whether we're co-workers, co-parenting, it could be any situation. Like you could be a cousin and we might have to show up at the same family function sometimes. Let's stick to the topic at hand. Hi, you're a human being. I acknowledge your existence. We don't have shit to talk about, honey. You done show me your true colors. And so people get mad at me for standing on business. At some point, you're supposed to forgive me. Forgiveness don't include no fucking clown suit for me, honey. Red's my favorite color, but I don't wear no red nose. Forgiveness don't come with a fucking clown suit. You clown me once, shame on you. You clown me twice, now I'm a damn fool. We ain't finna keep doing this. We done. Everybody's like, gonna just talk to her. You ain't gotta be like that. But she could be like that. Why ain't nobody get on her about that? You gotta let stuff go. People, and be careful because when you're chosen, people are always going to placate to the person who's wrong, and then they gonna be on you for trying to stand on business. Don't let them gaslight you. I used to, ooh, that burns me up. Don't let nobody gaslight you into acting like you got to be the bigger person after somebody wronged you. Fuck them. I ain't got to talk to them no more. I do not. And I know it for a fact. I don't have to. Y'all can. Go right ahead. Well, we can't. I ain't got to go with y'all. People hate that too. I'm removing my energy at this point. I'm at peace with the situation. I know how she feel about me. So we're not friends. I don't care how we're related. I'm going to keep my black ass over here and she can keep her fake ass over there. And these are real situations in my real ass fucked up family. Bitch better stay out my face. She better stay out my face. I don't care. She don't feed me. We ain't got to talk. Eventually, I had to talk to my mama when I got mad at her when I was little, but because she feed me. She fed me, but I have to put my phone on charger, y'all. But you get the point. Stop subjecting yourself to people, places, and things that no longer serve you. There's no requirement for you to play fake nice with the cousin that don't like you. You are basically disrespecting your higher self at that point. We got no, we don't. Who said you got to? I'm gonna be the problem. I don't care. I'm gonna be the problem today. I'm gonna be the problem today, and I'm okay with that. You got to be okay with being the problem today. We out of this whole season of kissing ass. We're not doing it. It don't look well for nobody. It don't. Stand on your business. Make them hoes stand on their business too. It's like, oh, you don't like? I don't care. Don't even give it space. I don't care. And move on with your glorious life that God has already shown you. It's gonna work out. And so you got to understand what used to trigger you can now be your empowerment. I don't have to talk to people that don't want to hear from me. We don't have to play these games. We ain't got to do it. And then they be like, why she? Why you? Why am I the problem now? You started this and I'm going to finish it. And so I just say stand on business 24/7. As long as your legs work, stand on business. But you getting into a point of life where, yeah, we too old to be letting people play in our face. So this shadow work journal is very good. Think about things that trigger you from your childhood. Think, do you still respond in the same feeble way that you used to? This is a season of bold faith. Bold. You can't be out here work. You got to be bold. You can't be. I don't. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. When you ain't ready to cut off somebody that don't feed you, you ain't ready. What you need them for? I'm what? That butt that stay over there with it. Get them double-minded people out your energy. Keep double-minded people out of your energy. They will bite you in the ass every time. They're always going to placate to somebody who being fake about you behind your back. Keep them away from you. Many of you are called to do so many great things. You're going to have people just trying to stick around you, even when they don't like you. And when you find out their true feelings, the conversations that were said, it ain't for you to go fight them or even confront them. Cut them off of your energy. And I think a lot of people have problem with doing that because they still don't respect themselves. They don't have healthy boundaries. Stand on what you said about me, and if I don't show up, remember what you said, and let's not play crazy, or are we just going to have the whole conversation again? You're going to try to deny it again, but you said it to everybody. I'm just respecting both of our boundaries. You don't like me, so I ain't coming over there. Told everybody you don't like me, and then asked why I didn't come over there. What the fuck you mean? What result did you hope to have? Make people stand on their shit. I think the biggest problem is when you act like you don't need them. And so we deal with that a lot in the family dynamic. So, are these little fake friend circles on social media? Y'all can't be out here acting like y'all need people like that. You absolutely cannot. The alternative cannot be like being some sad, sappy person who sit in the house all the time either. You can't do that either. That's unacceptable. You learn how to live a life you love with or without companionship there. You got to be okay with you. You got to get out here and do stuff. Do stuff. And you post that, oh, I just enjoyed watching Wicked and having a delicious dinner at such and such. And the first thing people ask you, what is the number one question people ask you when you just said you had a fabulous night out or you went somewhere? What is the first thing people ask you? Anybody want to drop it in the comments? What's the number one thing people ask you when you post you went somewhere? If you tell them I went somewhere, it was great, they be like, who did you go with? Why you ain't invite me? Why do I need to take somebody with me? Like, why couldn't I have just gone? You didn't really do that by yourself. Is it hard to go by myself at the time, the day I wanted to go, the time I wanted to go, the location, movie theater I wanted to go to, and the restaurant I wanted to go to, and the appetizer I wanted? There was no negotiation for the times, locations, or even entrees and appetizers that I wanted to order. Because you go with somebody else, they always trying to insert their wheel over yours. And they doing it for a reason, because I speak to my chosen ones. They do it for a reason. They need some area of life where they feel like they are confirmation, some area of life where they are doing better than you or they're dominating. So the choice was good, but the choice was theirs. Right? So you'll probably have a lot of karmic people in your circle. And as you begin your awakening and go through all the spiritual stuff that you got to go through, you will start to clean that circle out. You'll do more alone, but you'll have more peace doing it that way. And that's the part that people miss. Yeah, I do a lot by myself, but I have a lot of peace going to do it. I did it the way I wanted to do it, the way I would enjoy things. It ain't based off of what somebody else want, think, or feel. It was really just what I wanted to go do. You feed your inner child. And so how many times have you decided I'm going somewhere, invited somebody to go along with you? Now all of a sudden they put in their everything they gotta do all of a sudden before everything y'all plan to do. Well, can you go on Sunday instead? Why the fuck would I go on Sunday? I want to go out on Saturday night. Then it started to become, can you go on Sunday? Can you go to the one closer to my house? Can we just eat here? Now they don't water down all your damn plans into something you don't even want to do no more. You had a whole rest and relaxation and maybe even a spa day planned for Sunday. Saturday night was your night out. But I'm saying the more you incorporate people, the less you gotta be, the less you get to go do what you want to do. And the more you incorporate people at this point in your journey, it's going to be more karmic situations because you're not around your soul tribe yet. You're not. So you finna be dealing with karmics and learning all these lessons to help you grow and use your voice. All these things keep happening the way they happen with karmic situations. And it feels like more karmic than love and light most of the time because you gotta it's like you're breaking out of a shell, you're baby chicken. You got to get strong enough to bust through those little barriers and use your voice and speak up for yourself. You can't be called to do something for God and be weak about your voice. Your voice is everything. You're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to be bold. You can't just be unsure. You can't be letting everybody take the reins. Everything is what somebody else wants. Everything about your life is what somebody else said. I never get to pick the place. I never get to. It's a group of us, and we always go where this one girl want to go. Let them heifers go. Go where you want to go. Do what you want to do. Then they be like, "Why didn't you call me? Why didn't?" Because every time I call you, you try to change my plans. I invited you to my plans. Either they work for you, they don't. Bye. That's I've gotten to that point in life, y'all, and I know it's probably such a Scorpio thing to just want to be alone all the time. It's peaceful over here. It's so peaceful, just me, myself, and I. And I don't have to listen to nobody else's thoughts. I have enough of my own, a whole lot of my own. And then also, I don't have to worry about anything. It's just whatever I said, whatever I want, whatever it is with me. Now, I probably could just be like that because I've been single for a long time and I've probably gotten way too comfortable being single. But I've gotten very sure about who I am, what I like, what I don't like, why I don't like it, and why I do like it. So you cannot come and convince me otherwise. You also can't come tell me what to do. You can't come tell me what to do. I'm not going to do it. Why would I listen to you? I'm just that stubborn now. But I'm also that sure of myself that I can lead myself. I don't need somebody to come tell me what to do. I don't need anybody to come change my plans. I don't need anything outside of myself guiding my life. I'm good. I talk to God every day. I trust my higher self. And so when you get to that point where your explanation for why you ain't doing stuff the way other people want it done, why, just like you trust yourself and this the way you want it done, I trust myself and this the way I want it done. And so people will try to get you to trust them more than you trust yourself. Like you couldn't possibly know better than me. And they'll do it in a nicety way to where it's not coming off as I know better than you, but it'll be like, well, this way is no, your way is that way. And people need to sometimes have other people around them and like try to control them. And so you got to get to a point where you're bold about your stuff. Nah, we're going to do it this way today, or we're going to agree to go separate ways because this is what came up first. This is what we agreed to, and group stuff tends to get messy. Group stuff gets very messy. I would say going forward, any group stuff, clear contracts. Friend group stuff, don't need it. Get married. Know who you married because this is what's on the board right now. No, for sure. That's my business partner right there. My divine counterpart is my business partner. I don't need to do the girl groups anymore. I've done that. I'm 43. What the hell I'm gonna do in a girl group? The most I could do in a girl group is mentor some young women. Occasionally, I might want to have a girls' night out, a ladies' night with mature women. We can have talks, discussions, be relatable certain parts of life for women over 40. We've gone through it. Once you cross that 40 threshold, you realize can't nobody tell you nothing no more. You don't care what nobody think. You ain't trying to impress nobody no more when you cross 40. A grown 40, you really don't care what nobody think. I don't. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? So that group I can sit with and we could possibly, have a nice, cute girl I needed to get out the house type of deal. But after a while, it's like it's time for most people to get married. It really is. And stop, being codependent on other singles. And so when God opens up your heart chakra and gives you somebody, you need to accept them. A lot of people be rejecting what God's sending them. Single ain't it forever. It was never the damn plan. For all the people be like, I ain't got to. Don't be calling me to do shit every weekend because I ain't going. I'm tell you right now. I ain't. I'd rather be laid up with something nice. With some muscles. Not sitting around with y'all talking about the worst dates of y'all life. I don't want to do it. I don't want to sit around talking to nobody about the worst dates of my life because I got a bunch of them. I'm writing a book. So if I'm not in a like this, healing space, healing retreat with women, I like the grown up healing retreat type of women, getaway type stuff. But just to say I'm in a group chat with somebody, I'm past them years, baby. I can't do the group chat. Don't nobody have me in no group chat except I'm in the one family group chat. The latest one for my mom and her kids. That's it. I was even out of that for a minute because my number changed. But the one on my daddy's side, when my aunties and all hell to the no, I had them take me out the group chat in January and I ain't been back. I've been out the group chat for a year. I've been out the group chat for a year. And my brother and my sister-in-law keep threatening to put me back in there. And I said, we won't be friends anymore if y'all put me back in that group chat. Don't give out my number. My daddy got it, and he bet not. I told all three of them, y'all better not put me back in that damn group chat. I don't want it. I'm cutting ties with people. And I meant it. After we fell out last year about the Daniel fast for the family, and they ain't recognized me as an elder, and I do spiritual work online, they got mad because my little cousin said they all believe like I believe. We was through. I think I ruffled a few feathers. I think a few feathers was ruffled. But you ain't finna have me on no damn 2-hour call and I can't talk. What did I just say? What we just do in the shadow work? If if you try to shut me down and don't let me talk, then I'm not talking to you forever. Stand on it. Stand on business. And so that's what happened. Stand on business because we don't talk no more. Not since January with the family Daniel fast. And I mean that shit. Forever. I do not care. So some of you guys are worried about relatives think. Don't care. Don't care that much. Because I bet you, no matter who didn't like you, who left you out of some, who didn't invite you, Wait till you famous. They gonna forget everything they said, everything they did, and be trying to, hey cousin, hey niece, hey nephew. Oh yeah. People always break before I do. They always break before I do. So y'all chasing up, trying to keep people happy. That's gonna be looking for you. They got you around for a reason. I got my social security card in the mail today with my proper last name on it. This ain't even my real last name either. This ain't even my last name, but it was just the one I was given at birth. This ain't even supposed to be it. But energetically, names mean something. So it's Smith now. This was printed 11/26/2024. The name changed to my maiden name. So I've had a lot of changes recently, and some of y'all can relate, but life is lifing. What my brother talking about? We should listen to some music. Channel through some music. I know it messes up my sound quality on YouTube. Let me end my. I don't want to end YouTube. I just want to save it. Let's listen to Pandora with commercials. So I'm not signing into my other email account to get my music on her. It's too much hassle trying to remember password. Pandora. I hope I ain't sleeping. I gotta stay on my diet pills consistently. They suppress my appetite. I hope I ain't sleeping back into that I'm bored, so let me eat phase. Mm-mm. I am burning more calories trying to stay warm. It's cold in Missouri. I ate brunch earlier. What time was it? I might be hungry for real. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right now, I really just want to read my audiobook. It's God is a Genius by Kevin Ross. I'm gonna be back on here later, probably like around it's 5. I probably come back on about 8. Because I've been on here for an hour and a half already. So I probably come back on around 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. YouTube, if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do that. Why is it acting up? Why you acting like that? Okay, I'll be back at 8, y'all.